Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, SB. I am so glad that you are back. So as you can see here, today we are working on another tatting pattern from the Tatting Book. And this is pattern number 840. And as you can see, it comes out really dainty and cute. And I am currently actually working on one that is going to be a long piece, but we are going to work on a smaller swatch so that way we can see how the pattern works up. Now for this one, we are just going to be working with our ball thread. Of course, you're going to need your tatting needle and a small crochet hook because we are going to be joining picots together as we work. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so like I said earlier, we are going to be working off of the ball thread. So go ahead and set up to work off the ball thread. And let's go ahead and start working ring 0. That is what I am calling it because it is technically not going to be part of the repeat pattern. So for ring 0, we are going to work 2 picots separated by 3 double stitches. You might want to keep these picots just a little bit bigger simply because we are going to be joining to these picots, or actually rather we're going to join on one of these picots. So it's really up to you. I find that if I make them about this size, which is, ooh, I don't even know. Let me grab the old picot gauge. I will tell you about how wide these picots are. And they're about the second step on the picot gauge, as you can see there. I know it's white on white, but it is the second step on my picot gauge. Sorry, I don't know the measurements of these because that is actually a 3D printed picot gauge. So let's go ahead and close our ring 0. We are going to reverse our work. And now we're going to move on to our next element, which is a chain. So our chain is going to be 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches. Let's go ahead and close our chain. Reverse our work. And this is what you should have so far. So let's move on to our first ring. So our first ring is going to be 2 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, and on our third picot, that is going to be our join. So let's go ahead and join to ring 0, and it's going to be the adjacent picot. So basically, it's going to be the second picot that we completed. Let's join. 2 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, picot, and 2 double stitches. So you should have a total of 6 double stitches, including your join. So let's go ahead and close our ring, and do not reverse your work. So once again, do not reverse your work. And in order to actually lock our ring in place, what I like to do is, is very simple. We're just going to take our needle, pass it under our ball thread, twist over to go under our needle thread. So as you know, your ball thread is going towards the left, your needle thread is going towards the right. Take your needle, go underneath your ball thread, kind of twist it around to go back over your ball thread and under the needle thread. And this is going to help you create a nice little knot. In my opinion, it looks like half of a double stitch, but you know, that's kind of how you can do that without turning or rotating or reversing your work. So let's move on to ring 2. And ring 2 is basically the same as ring 1, but with one minor difference. We are going to be joining to the first picot of the previous ring. So we're going to do 2 double stitches, join to the first picot of the previous ring, or the last picot if, you know, you want to get real technical. 2 double stitches, and we are going to do 5 picots separated by 2 double stitches. All right, so you should have a total of 6 picots, including our join. Let's go ahead and close this ring. Do not reverse your work. Working on our third ring, it is just going to be a repeat of ring 2. So 2 double stitches, join, 2 double stitches, and then 5 picots separated by 2 double stitches. Okay, let's close that ring. After ring 3, we are going to reverse our work. Let's go ahead and close off or knot off that ring. And we are going to work a chain. So for this chain, we are going to work 3 double stitches, and we are going to join to the picot of our previous chain made. So it's going to be the second picot or the first picot, and we are going to work 5 double stitches, 5 picot, 5 double stitches, and we are going to close our chain. Just Make sure we get everything situated. We're going to reverse our work. So our next element is going to be the small ring that we worked at the beginning, but the only difference is we are going to be joining to our third ring. And yeah, so let's go ahead and work that. So it's going to be 3 double stitches. And we are going to join to the third picot of our third ring. So we're going to skip 2 picots and join to the third. So skip 2 picots, join to the third picot, and 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches. All right, let's go ahead and close this ring. Reverse our work. Lock this in place here. And we are going to work, once again, a chain. So this is where the repeat pattern starts. So it starts after we complete ring 4, and the reverse is the start of the repeat pattern. So we're going to go back to working our first chain that we worked. So it's going to be 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to continue on working the rest of the second repeat, and I will put the repeating pattern up here on the screen while I work this in silence, so that way y'all can see it. I may speed up this bit just a little bit, just so the video isn't crazy long, but feel free to slow it down. I will not put any music or anything overlaying the video. I'm just going to put the instructions here, and yeah, I will continue on. All right, so there you go. We just completed 2 repeats of this lovely, lovely tatted lace. I think it is so cute. It's so easy. It works up really, really fast. I will put a disclaimer out there though. If you are going to continue using like crochet thread, number 10 crochet thread, just be aware that if you are attaching this to, let's say, a garment piece or maybe a handkerchief or maybe even a pillowcase, just be wary that this will shrink up. So you might want to just hand wash those items that you attach your tatted lace to, because yeah, I found out the hard way. My bad. But yes, I did find out the hard way. Other than that, I think that is about it for my disclaimers on this lace pattern. It is super easy, super cute. I love it. Here is my other swatch that I did. And another thing I would suggest that you do while you're working is to kind of go back and just kind of, you know, give these little rings here, the rings of 3, just a little bit of a finger press and a little stretch. And this will just kind of help, you know, loosen up those stitches just a little bit and make them look a little nicer. As you can see, now it's laying a little flatter and it looks a little bit neater compared to this one. If I do the same thing with this one, we can kind of get a better feel for what it's going to look like when you block it. Now, if you do want to block this, you can put it in some water, get some cornstarch and block it that way, or you can just use an iron and iron it down. It's completely up to you. So let me know what you're going to do with this tatted lace in the comments down below. I really want to hear what you guys are going to use this for. And as you know, this is an edging. So this is made to go on the edge of something. But what I generally use my little swatches for is for my junk journal. So like this would just be a cute little embellishment to go into my junk journal. And now I have another one made. Overall, these 2 repeats don't take that long to do. Real world, I probably could get 2 of these done in 15 minutes. YouTube world, it took me about 30 minutes to complete this, but that's only because I have to film. Please let me know if you want to see any other tatting tutorials. I will attempt to do them. Right now I am working on the Tatting Book, and we are working our way through that book. The link to that book will be in the description box below. It is not made by me. It is a vintage / antique pattern book from 1938. And as always, the full set of instructions will be at the end of the video, so you guys can pause it as long as you want and not have to listen to me ramble. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting, happy tatting, and I will see you later. Bye!